the epilepsy stuff with Justin Fields. Do you find it that some scouts are maybe leaking out this information so that maybe that this player falls to them, or do you think that's all like a hoax thing? Because that
happens every year, Josh. That happens every year. You can be like, oh, don't take him. He's got AIDS. You know, like it happens every year that people will start ugly rumors about people to hurt their stock, say that he's got character issues, maybe scare a team off. Because, I mean, let's be honest about this, right? It would be like, just as an example, I'm just using this example. I'm not saying that I've heard anything or that it's true, okay? But let's just say this epilepsy thing was put out there by New England, okay? Because once you get past 4, who's taking quarterback? It would obviously benefit New England or Chicago to put something out there to hurt somebody's reputation, to make them seem untouchable, to make a certain player fall. Because once Fields gets past 5, maybe at 9 Denver could take him. But that's
what I was thinking was Denver.
Past 9, it's New England or Chicago. So it would benefit those teams to try to scare the top 4 teams off: Atlanta, the Jets, the Jaguars, and the 49ers, and say something stupid and get an Aaron Rodgers kind of drop, and then all of a sudden you didn't have to trade up to do shit, and you got the guy you wanted.
Jeff, Carl asks, he thinks, yes, the stories are definitely planted, and he thinks agents do the same thing. Do you think that could be a factor in that? And he also says, or you think you could be Tunsil and gas mask the bong hits? Carl, that's now the best thing that could happen to the Dolphins in a while.
Listen, we've covered this thing before. I've talked to Errol a bunch, not on the air. Mm-hmm. I've been at every draft for the past 5 years. I have literally watched people be like, hey, watch this, watch what I'm going to do, and have an agent say something. And I'll hear it from someone in a bar an hour later.
and that's how crazy it is. That's how crazy one person could say one thing and can ruin somebody's draft stock right off the bat. So
right, but it's intentional by some people, because again, and I'm not saying New England did this or I've heard anything, or it could be Chicago. But this, like, let's be honest. Did you watch the Northwestern game? Justin Fields got killed. Did you watch the Indiana game? Justin Fields got smoked.
He's fine.
Like every other – right, exactly. None of this epilepsy stuff has ever come up before as, like, an issue or anything going on. And isn't part of epilepsy, like, flashing lights and stuff?
Yes.
I think the dude's never been in front of a trillion cameras taking a picture of him. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is garbage, dude. What are we doing?
I think so too, and I think that was just
it's just trash. It's all just like I said, like you said, Jeff, to get the guy moved down so that way somebody could take him. Or I mean, look, you could even go back to even with Lamar Jackson a couple years ago. I mean, how is it that he fell so far though? I mean, because he played in that Sugar Bowl game against Florida, was really good, and that draft class was great, but the thing was, how is it that he fell so far, though? I know they had Allen and Darnold and Baker, which, my goodness, I mean, I still don't quite understand that one. But
why? He took them all the way to the playoffs. He took the Browns to the playoffs.
Let's talk about Baker Mayfield for a second and how rumors can draw people. And by the way, on how rumors can change things. Go back to that draft. What happened? Baker Mayfield was the 31st, 32nd projected pick, correct? Yep. And Bill Belichick said, hey, man, I really like him. And all of a sudden you heard, oh, shit, Miami at 17 likes him. This team at 10 likes them. This team here, like, all of a sudden one rumor that Bill Belichick got a half a chubby for someone, and he moved all the way from 31 up to 1. But these rumors have effects like that, right? You can spread an ugly epilepsy rumor and it could hurt somebody. Or there's other teams that could go, oh, we're really hot for this guy, and other teams could go, hey, what are we missing here? If they like him, why don't we like him as much as they like him?
I never even thought of that.
Weeks. He's been crapped on for weeks, Jeff. They're saying his dedication to playing isn't there and everything like that. I mean, they had to have Ryan Day to come out and say this is bogus. I mean, who's reporting this? It's crazy how they're just crapping on this kid the whole last few weeks.
But they did that with Zach Wilson the other 2-3 weeks ago when the Jets, when there were stories coming in, there were stories coming in from New York that the Jets were going to draft him, and then all of a sudden Sam Darnold got traded to the Carolina Panthers. All the stories coming out from New York that the Jets are making a big mistake drafting Zach Wilson, that if Zach Wilson goes to the Jets, he's going to be another bust. Boston that the Jets are going to ruin him. How many times have we heard that the last couple of weeks? And that has a lot to do with media.